of the NSTA Press series, Uncovering Student Ideas in Science. And I'd like to talk with you about how you can use this resource at home, whether you are a parent or whether you're a teacher, to support science learning with children in the elementary grades. Science is about making sense of our natural world, and this is something that young children naturally do even well before they begin school. They acquire information from many different sources, from interactions that they have in their environment, through observations they make in their neighborhoods, through conversations that they have with their family and their friends, and things that they pick up in books and through the media. They are constantly having new experiences and acquiring information and trying to make sense of it. So the Uncovering Student Ideas in Science series provides you with a set of carefully researched and developed questions that we call probes that are purposely designed to reveal some of these commonly held ideas students have developed through their experiences. Commonly held ideas they have about science concepts and phenomena, and many of these ideas mirror research studies that have been done on children's thinking. They are intrinsically interesting to children. They want to talk about it, captures their interest, stimulates their thinking. It provides a context in which parents can have conversations with children, can have children share their ideas, not only with the parent, but with brothers and sisters, with others at home, through online learning with the teacher and their classmates. And they create a strong desire to want to learn the science and figure it out. So one of the things we know about how children learn best in science is the importance of starting with their preconceptions, about giving them the opportunity to talk about concepts, to make predictions, to construct explanations based on their pre-existing ideas. And for this reason, it is so important, and I can't say this enough, that when you are using these probes initially, use them in a non-judgmental way. Refrain from correcting children on the spot when you hear something that may be incorrect or something that we generally refer to as a misconception. Just listen, and listen carefully, and guide the child. Use talk prompts such as, "Can you tell me more about that?" Or, "I'm curious, have you seen that before? Where did your idea come from?" Or, "Let me see if I'm hearing you correctly. Are you saying," you fill that in. So it's important to guide the student, let them do the talking while you do the listening, and think about, what are the follow-up experiences I can provide to the child to help them build a scientific understanding of this concept or phenomenon. So let's look at a couple examples. This is one of the books in the Uncovering Student Ideas series. There are 12 books. All of them include probes that can be used with children in the elementary grades. This one is specifically written for young children, kindergarten, first and second grade, and designed to be used in a talk format. So one of the things you can do when you are using these probes at home is have the child make a prediction. So for example, shadow size. This is a probe that gets at students' ideas about how light interacts with objects and how shadows are formed. So start with a prediction, have the child talk through their prediction, explain their reasons for the prediction, and then follow it up by getting out the flashlights, turning off the lights, and investigating shadows. How can you make the shadow bigger? How can you make it smaller? How can you change its shape? What about if we use other materials? So let the child investigate and come up with some ideas about how light interacts with objects and how shadows are formed. And if you're not sure about what you can do for follow-up activities, there are teacher notes that are provided with each probe that give some guidance on follow-up activities, things that you can do to advance the child's learning. And then the important thing is to go back to the probe again and have the child use their new information or the evidence from their investigations to make a new prediction and to revise their explanation. This is another example from life science. Do they need air? One of the important K2 ideas about organisms is that all animals need food and water and air to live, but young children commonly think that animals that live underwater do not need air. So this is an example of a probe that you may turn to text, nonfiction books or videos online to have children obtain information that will help them go back and revise their explanation, revise their thinking in relation to that probe. So those are a couple examples, and the important thing to remember is to use them initially, providing an opportunity for the child to share their initial thinking, and then follow it up with experiences that may change their ideas and provide evidence that they can then use to go back, revisit the probe again, and revise their explanation, and provide them with an opportunity to use their scientific ideas to explain the concepts or phenomena. So I hope you will find this resource useful in your home learning during this very challenging time. And I want to thank you for all you do to support science learning at home. And if you'd like to learn more about uncovering student ideas, you can follow me on Twitter. And you can go to the NSTA website at nsta.org. And you can also access the NSTA science journals. The Science and Children journals online feature a monthly column that I write that each month features a different probe and how it can be used. So thank you.